Why, hello to you. I shaved my head. I don't think the videos have caught up yet. I might still have long hairs in the video. Patreon's a little advanced. We're a little more advanced over here, a little more civilized. Am I right? Video's coming. It's a pretty funny story on the whole haircut thing. I'll make a video on it. He's so not bald right now. So thick. Thicker than it's ever been. Maybe. So welcome to Q&A number 11. We're all one. Let's jump into some questions here. Michael B. Hey VP, what are your thoughts on naturopathy? Is it worth studying in the academic environment? I'm very interested in alternative medicine, but not sure which way to progress. Thanks. So you want to become a naturopath or see one? I think you're saying you want to become one, and it's good. A naturopath is what brought me back to life, basically. That was before I even turned vegan. It was the first thing I did. I started working. If you watch my law of attraction video, I manifested the perfect job, started making money, and then I went to a naturopath. That was the first thing I did. It was expensive as shit, but I didn't care. I was throwing every bit of money I had at this guy, and he brought me back to life. Finally, I started feeling like I had energy and there was hope, and then I found even better ways to heal. But yeah, they're good. They're pretty good, but that's a long time to be spending at school. I think it's 4 years, could even be 8. It's a long time, and it's a lot of stuff. Do you really need to know all that? You can get healthy by watching YouTube, just listening to freaks like me tell you how it is straight up. So I don't know, in my experience, you can do it yourself. It'd be nice to have. I would love to have a health professional that really knew like the blood work, and we tested things and he's like, okay, this is a little low on that, we'll just bring that up there. So, and naturopaths I don't think can even do that. They can't even take your blood. It's like, okay, they send you to a medical doctor and then they can do it. So it's like they're kind of suboptimal. They're not respected like they should be. But yeah, I noticed benefits from seeing one, and I would see one again. Just you got to find a good one. There's good ones and bad ones. You could become a good one. So, I don't know. I wouldn't suggest you do it. It's a lot of time to be putting in. You'd be better off taking a holistic nutritionist course or something. It's like 1 year course. Then you're certified in something. People will respect you. But don't just do it for the name. I'm a doctor. You could just become a chiropractor. Tom Marchand. Maybe. Hi Casey, love to see you grow and gaining gains, I suppose. Oh my God, how is this possible? How is it Did you all watch my workout, how not to flex video? With the face? That was too, I was laughing myself just rewatching the footage. Could you please update the status of your mindset? Karma stuff, abundance mindset, hero's journey stuff, you know. I feel you're an exemplar for taking great care of yourself, sound but wavy thinking, judgment, down-to-earthness, and humor. Thank you. Yeah, mind is just like stronger than ever. Still doing my 6 laws, mind exercises in the morning. I often do gratitude every day for that one. Just think for 5 minutes straight. Think of all the things in your life to be grateful for. It's like a lot of people just focus on the negative things in their life. You can do that, but you're going to get more of it. I totally believe that. So I just try to switch it, and my mind switches so much faster. Like my mom messaged me and said, oh, I got a letter from Canada Revenue Agency. I do my own taxes, so I calculated, and she was like, I was thinking I was getting 600 back, like around there. And then she said, no, you miscalculated, you owe 800. And I was like, that's good. That's good. I like that. So initially it was like, ouch, that hurts. But then boom, abundance mindset. It's like, okay, one-time fee, done. It's like you move on with your life. Focus on the good. It's like, okay, cool. I love my job. I make decent money. It's like, that's a one-time fee, once a year. Cool, move on. I'm sweating. I am sweating. It is hot. So yeah, the mind is strong. I just look for the positive in everything. And I do those mind exercises. And I'm starting to get away from distractions more. Like, I think Brett canceled the Netflix here. He had it at his house, but it also showed up here. And I was like mindlessly numbing out watching TV. And then one day I saw like, we don't have it anymore. I was like, okay, everything's gonna be all right. And I've just been like listening to music and just trying to be still in the mind. Just be happy. There's no such thing as boredom. That's what I'm trying to tell myself. It's like you can explore the chasms of your mind for hours. Freaking endless possibilities in there. And then you'll truly discover your weaknesses in life and the areas you need to work on. They will come to you. You're not going to find it by researching or watching movies and wasting time. It's like it comes from within, the inner reflection. So I've been diving more into that, and it will just increase as time goes on. Master the mind, master your body, master your life. Brad Barron, what are the top 5 staples in a mass-gaining healthy vegan diet in your opinion? Do you eat any cereals nowadays? I think cereals are good for pregnant birds who don't have time to love. Just to love. I don't see grains as food for humans. So many people thrive on them, so I'll give you that. Some people it works, but for me, they're sharp and stabby. They raise the blood sugar. They don't taste good on their own. It's like, what's that for? So, no, I don't eat cereals. I used to like the sugary ones with milk, but those will kill you. So top 5 staples to gain weight, gain muscle. I feel so much stronger on the high fat, even though the protein is the same. So that's just my body. Maybe everybody would feel that, but so in my opinion, the high fat foods, nuts and seeds, you can look up, I might do a video on top protein nuts and do a list going down to the very bottom. I know macadamia nuts are like at the very bottom. They're like a fruit, 4% protein, but tons of nuts. So that's a category, pick and choose. I think almonds are a good one at 12% protein. Hemp seeds, I find those disgusting, but if you like them, if you like the taste, hemp seeds. So think of your nuts and seeds. For protein, for extra protein, tempeh would probably be the easiest to digest form of soy. I eat tofu a lot, and I seem to digest it just fine, so I'm happy with that. Soy, nuts and seeds, any fatty food, avocados, coconut, anything, coconut milk. Not a huge fan of the oils. You don't need it. Coconut milk, it's a whole food if you subtract the fiber and all the nutrients. It's whole enough. So yeah, I probably should have thought of this. Vegetables, you do get some protein and fiber and nutrients. It's not all about protein and calories. You need micronutrients to repair and fuel and do all like electronic shit, nervous system stuff. So I don't really have 5 staples. In my opinion, high-fat vegan diet, and then all that encompasses will help you gain strength till you're a lion, Hercules lion boy. He's so strong. I'm so strong, it's stupid. It's so stupid. Dylan T, what do Canadians think of Trump? I don't know what he's done, and I heard he's done a lot of bad things, but when he was like doing the whole debate stuff, he wasn't president yet, me and my girlfriend actually liked him because he was just being honest. That's what I love. Like, he's not afraid to say it like it is. Not that everything he says is true or honest, but he's not afraid to call the media out for lies and just say whatever the hell he wants. I respect people that just say whatever the hell they want. So that I like about him. I have no idea what he's doing though, so don't ask me. But he is abrasive, bit of a dickhead, bit of a sexist maybe. But I appreciate the willingness to express what's in his mind. I think we should all do a little more of that. And for constipation, have you tried to do specific breathing abdominal movements? Another Dr. Amin-Ra protocol follower does this. It looks weird. Don't eat while watching it. You may lose your appetite, but it may help a little bit. Not really. I've tried to move things a little weird, but in my opinion, that's not gonna get any like root cause issues solved. It's like you gotta dial in the diet, and I do believe the electrolytes and hydration is the key. So my bowels move pretty good now. I'm taking the magnesium, I'm doing the potassium and the chloride. It's not perfect, but my bloating has gone way down. Like not bloated at all or gassy since doing the high fat, since taking out that elixir. I am so sorry. I had to try it myself, and I do not digest these powders, and we will find out what the culprit was by adding them in one at a time. I have videos coming on this. I'm on an elimination protocol right now where I just eliminated pretty much everything but 4 foods. So we add in slowly and find out, because something was making me gassy and bloated like crazy, and we will find it. But yeah, the ab movements, things like that, yoga postures, breathing, it's like you do these in addition, but the root cause is the foods you're eating and the hydration levels, in my opinion. Chris, I heard you mention you want to interview Dr. Amin-Ra. Any updates on that? I would love to see the interview. Also, what's your opinion on phytic acid? Yeah, it's more of like a pipe dream. It's like, yeah, I'd love to do that one day. I'm talking shit. I'll probably never actually message him. A part of me wants to, and I'd love to interview all kinds of people and set up, like I want to do a Dr. Morse versus Dr. Brian Clement debate and ask them why they, like, can't we hash out some differences here? Like, Morse is all into the fruit, Clement is anti-fruit, and I bet if they talked for a good 2 hours with my questions, we'd figure out why the shit is happening. Because Brian Clement says the fruit makes the tumors grow. And then Dr. Morse, I bet, will say, no, it's pulling it out of the body. And then they would discuss how to fix all that. And I think I'd be great at that. I ask the questions that I want to know. And I think I'd clear up a lot of stuff if I could interview these experts. I just have to get over my anxiety of asking them, because I'm just such a introvert. I barely go out and socialize. I never do. What's barely? I go out to shop for food and look around town. I never hang out with anybody. I'm such a loner. So I have to get over that, just fear. I don't know what it is, but we will overcome it one day. And I do want to interview him, but I don't know if I ever will. In your opinion on phytic acid, I don't really know. I don't know who to believe on that one, because some say it cures cancer, it has all these benefits, and then others are like, it's the worst thing ever. Destroys your teeth, destroys your life. It's like, I don't really know. I'm eating all my nuts and seeds unsoaked now. I'm just eating them straight, and I noticed no difference in digestion compared to when I was soaking them overnight, blending them, fermenting them for 4 hours. It's like, I don't notice a difference. So, I don't know. I'm tending to think you can eat them the way they are. Nuts grow on a tree, you take them out, you eat it. Do you have to soak it? I don't think you do. Maybe I could be wrong, because I made so many videos on soaking and the benefits, but that was all like in the mind stuff I'm reading out in the world. Oh, you have to do that. Do you? I don't know. Try it for yourself. See how you feel. Eat the macadamia nuts whole, and then try soaking them overnight. and blending them and fermenting them. Do you notice a difference? If you do, keep doing it. Experiment. You are the master of your life. Ryan Michael Harlow, what do you consider low protein diet, and what seems to be adequate proper for you? In grams, please. Ha. I began adding more protein after starting a new job that is way more physical than the prior. I've come to learn some things here about protein. So we know the base lowest is 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. So for me, do a little calculation, I'm about 65 kilos right now. I feel like I'm at a healthy weight, so 0.8 would be 52 grams a day. I myself don't feel optimal at that level. It might change with this new high-fat diet I'm doing, so I will experiment, but from what I've researched, if you're trying to build muscle, 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight is ideal, and never go beyond that. You don't need to. You're not going to gain muscle any faster, and I think you do not want to overeat protein. It will age you. It will give your kidneys extra work to get rid of the byproduct nitrogenous waste crap. I think vegan protein is much safer than animal, but still, protein is protein. Nitrogen, too much, not good. So under those circumstances, 65 grams, the low end would be 78 grams of protein for me, and the high end would be 104 grams. So I'm often around 100 grams now, because I have my 2 blocks of tofu and a bunch of nuts and a bunch of veggies. So every food I'm eating is kind of high in protein. So sometimes when I'm having the macadamia nuts, those are really low, my protein dips down a little bit. But I don't know the optimal number. It's hard to tell. I just know that I'm getting stronger with each workout. So I keep doing what I'm doing. Maybe I could lower it even more, and I will experiment in the future. But for now, I like to stick between that 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram of total body weight. And it seems total ideal body weight, by the way. This is where people mess up a lot, in my opinion, because say you're 200 pounds and you want to get down to 140. You don't eat your calories for the 200-pound guy. You eat the calories for the 140 guy or girl. So same with muscle. I'm 65. I want to be a little more. So I would do like, okay, 67 kilograms would be a better weight for me maybe. Highest end, 1.6, is still 107. So you don't need to go beyond that. The other day I got, I think, 120 grams, big blocks of tofu and almonds instead of the macadamia nuts, and those brought up the protein. I was like, that's too much. I don't need that much. It's a burden on the liver, the kidneys, so don't go overboard on it. But get enough is just as important, in my opinion. I just feel so much better when I get enough. I don't know exactly how much that is. How low can you go before you start feeling like shit? And then go a little higher, and that's your zone. Purple Crumbs, have you ever used black seed oil before? If so, did you see any health benefits from it? I have used it. It was early on in my journey, and I just read about it. Oh, it heals everything but death. I was like, okay, I'm on to you. So I got a big bottle of it. It's disgusting, by the way. It's like, I think it's cumin, but it doesn't taste good like cumin does. It's the oil and it's not good. And I was putting it in my food. I was like, this sucks. So I didn't notice anything from it at all. Maybe I would notice it now that I'm on a high fat diet and oil is less bad than it would be on a high carb diet. But I don't see these things, these little cure-all, ooh. It's like, I don't see oil as healthy anyway. So it didn't do anything for me. I wouldn't recommend it. Save your money, buy something else. Get some enzymes or something. Steve Buck, I'm new to following you on YouTube and obviously here, question, why are you in Thailand or wherever you are? What circumstances caused you to decide to live there? Yeah, it's so stupid. I moved out here to try the fruitarian diet and completely heal myself. I knew I had some healing to do, so the fruit sucked in Canada, and I was like, I need to get to the tropics. I have to see once and for all, is raw food the shit? Is this how to heal myself? And I tried it, and it's just like the fruit's not that much better than it was in Canada, and I didn't feel good on it. I still get the blood sugar spikes, so it's like, it was a pretty epic fail. And now I'm back on the high-fat diet, which probably would have been optimal in Toronto. So I'm out here in the tropics eating a high-fat diet. I should just move back home. Really, I should. And I might. We'll see what happens. I got this visa run coming up, so we'll visit the island of Penang. And then that should give me an idea of whether I want to stay in Thailand, because I'll be by the ocean. I'll get to see, like, do I want to be by the ocean? Maybe I want to move southern Thailand, Hua Hin or Chatham. So I'm thinking of those two places. So this trip will give me an idea of how long I want to be here, if I want to stay here long term or move back to Canada, maybe BC, maybe Toronto, get my girlfriend, then go to BC. We'll see. But yeah, I'm here because I wanted to be a fruitarian, and it was so stupid. I wish I could go slap myself. But I love my experience. I feel so much better. I feel like I've grown as a human being. I'm so much happier in all areas. So it's like the move out here was great for me as a totality human on all levels. So it's not just diet. There's many things. The freedom, the independence. I'm glad I came. And I would go tell myself back in time to come again. But just know that fruit sucks. Fruit sucks. Cohen HD. What's your take on video intros? Do YouTube videos still need them this day and age? Or just start the video naked? Yeah, that's a tough one. Keep them short if you're gonna do them. I have fun with mine. I just made a new one. I'll show it to you in a second, but there was just this crazy lightning. It was pitch black and there was all this lightning, and I wanted to get a time lapse. And then I was in front of the camera looking at it, and then it flashed behind me. It just gave me an idea for an intro. So this is my new intro. So I like to have fun with them, and I switch them up. I have different ones for different styles of video. Like if it's a digestive health video, I often do that Colon Girl song, or the I'm a Vegan, You're a Loser song with the vegan heaven sign. So the workout videos have their own intro, and I hate long intros. I've seen channels with like 200 subs, and they got this 20-second intro, and it's like, no one gives a shit about all this stuff. What are you doing to me? Just show me your shitty video. We know it's gonna be shitty. Stop wasting my time. So, I don't know, do you need it? Not really. People say you look more professional. I like something short, as long as it's cool. It's like, oh, that's cool. It has a catchy little song, and you're like, oh, okay. So, it's possible, but it can be done wrong. Don't make it too long, and don't make stupid, annoying, irritating sounds. Christian Nibby. It's one of those. Do you plan on another water fast soon? If so, for how long? What is your longest water fast? Also, on a side note, what is your favorite island in Thailand and why? Keep up the good work. Your YouTube channel is awesome. Thank you. I believe more in the dry fasting now. And I've attempted a couple. I've done 4, but the last one only was like 18 hours. So I did a 26-hour one? 20-something? No, 30 hours first one, 64 hours second one. Then I got a 26-hour one. That one sucked. I wasn't keto adapted. I had no energy. It was the worst thing ever. So I broke that one. And then I just did one, but I rode to the mall in Thailand. I was sweating, and when I came back, I was like, that was dumb. I had to drink, so I broke that one. But yeah, I'd like to do a longer one. I want to beat my 64-hour record on the dry fast. And water fasting is not as powerful, and you have to do it for longer. And I just want to get the short-term benefit quick. Boom, bam, boom. Get it over with. So I will do that again. Longest water fast was 4 days, was it? My last one? I made a video. I think it was 4 days, and they're hard. They are hard. Maybe it's easier now that I'm fat adapted. I feel like I don't need food for most of the day. I was much hungrier on high carb, so I will revisit that again. My favorite island in Thailand, I haven't been to any of them, so I have no idea. But Koh Phangan sounds like the best one because it's on a healing rose quartz crystal of love. So it has to be the best one. But yeah, there's a bunch of them. I'm going to my first one in Malaysia. So we'll see. That'll be my first island I've ever been on in my life. Oh, I think I've been on the Toronto island, but that doesn't count. That's a stupid island. Victor T, why am I a worthless shit troll? It's a good question. Only you know the answer to that. You gotta dive deep into the mind and ask yourself, why am I shit? Why am I a troll? Why do I hate other people's lives? Is it your own lack of success that you project onto others? Oh, you're having success. I don't like that because I'm not having success. I don't like you. You smell bad, I bet. So people do that. We project. I notice that when I want to criticize somebody, I think, okay, what is it about me that I don't like that they just triggered? And I'm like, oh yeah, I get it. It's like Dan the man, I watch him, and sometimes I'm watching him with a critical mind. I'm like, raw foodist, what is this? It's not even, you don't even have to, and I'm mad because he's so healthy. It's like he's where I want to be in my health, so I'm like looking for ways to criticize him, but I never do, because I know, it's just me wanting to be as healthy as he is. So I don't think you were just joking, but there's some food for thought. Tracy, have you caught up with Brett lately? I miss you guys on the podcast. I haven't seen him since the last podcast. We never hang out. We talk a bit through email, but it seems like we talk less and less. And now it seems like it's a little awkward now because we owe each other money for the rent and the restaurants, and it's almost like we're avoiding each other. It's gotten weird. It's gotten a little weird. So I'm not sure what happened there. Once the podcast died, we died. So we'll see if we can rekindle that. Becca, have you ever tried alternating high-fat, low-carb days with high-carb, low-fat days? Or even high-carb, low-fat weeks with high-carb, low-fat? I haven't. I've tried like high-fat and then carbing up a bit. But I don't think you should trick the body like that. We need a whole system of enzymes to digest carbs, and it's a different set to digest the fat. And it takes a while to get adapted to the fat, especially. When you switch, it's not the same as just fasting and you think you're running on fat, whereas it's completely different if you eat a majority fat diet and you limit the carbs. Snake diet guy says this all the time, and I disagree with him completely. He's like, oh, you're easily in ketosis in 48 hours. There's no fat adaptation period. And it's like, that's bullshit. It takes you a long ass time, some people weeks, if not a month or more, to actually get adapted to using fat as fuel and feeling amazing. So what was your question? Yeah, I don't alternate because I don't think you have to develop that whole enzymatic system and then get used to it. If you switch back to high carb, then your body's like, well, we just set up this house perfectly for a high fat son of a bitch, and now you're giving us a carb girl. What do we do? We don't know what to do. The bed's too soft. She's not gonna like it. So you gotta just stick with one, in my opinion. And I'm not sure that you even need to carb up on a high fat diet. So far my exercise, I'm getting so much stronger, and I'm at like 40 to 50 grams of carbs a day. So in my opinion, to build a decent physique, you don't need much carbs for it, at least not in my exercise. Maybe different exercises require more carbs, but I push hard. So I don't see that I'm lacking anything. It would be nice to have some fruit here and there or some starch, but I feel so good on the fats. It makes me think less about the fruits. It's like, I know what I'm gonna feel like. Why do it? Last question here, Mustafa. Are you planning on staying in Penang for a couple days or fly back as soon as possible once you get your visa? So I planned a 5-day trip. That should give me enough time to get the visa. It's only open from like 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. or something. So the first day I get there, I'll already be too late. So the second day I go, hopefully get my visa. Hopefully I have all the right documents and everything's good. And then the third day I go back and pick it up. Hopefully everything goes smooth like that. And then my last 2 days I have to just relax, eat durian, do whatever I want. I'm an idiot. I booked this hotel. I went for like the cheapest one. I often do this. I try to get the best deal. I don't think it has air conditioning. I didn't even look at that as an option. So this could be a terrible 5 days. And it's like a little box of a room. It has its own shower though. So I don't know. I'm nervous as shit. Because every other visa run I've done, I've had the visa. I had a 6-month visa. I didn't have to get a new one. I just had to cross the border and come back. So now I'm out. I have to apply for a new visa. Will they let me do it? Like, I've stayed here 8 months. So maybe they're gonna be like, what are you doing here? It's like, you've been here, you stayed out your tourist visa. You can't come back. So I could be stuck in Malaysia. Who knows what the hell is gonna happen? So then I'll have all my stuff here. So it could be a nightmare. And then I might be panicking, do I stay in Malaysia? How cheap is it to live there? What's going on? My battery died. I don't know where that cut off, but yeah, I could be stuck in Malaysia. So if I am, I have to decide, like, do I stay in Malaysia and like find an apartment there and then figure out a way to get to Thailand and get my stuff? And it's like, it could get ugly quick. So I don't know what's gonna happen. If I would go to a neighboring country, maybe try Vietnam or Singapore, or the Philippines, something like that, go to Bali, I don't know. So either way, I have to get back into Thailand to get the rest of my stuff. So it's much better if you don't have much stuff. I got a big bag, my backpack, and a bike now. A bit of a nightmare to travel with. But another option would just be to go back home as well. Go to Toronto, rent a place with my girlfriend, go back to cold Canada. It's a tough decision. It is hot here. It is like uncomfortably hot here. Now that I've experienced it, I don't know that I love it, that it's so hot. It's okay with the air conditioning at night, but it gets hot here. I don't know that we're tropical beings after all. I think subtropical would be perfect, where it gets a little cooler in the winter and doesn't go much above like 25. I looked the other day, it was like, feels like 48. I was like, what? Celsius. Sorry, I can't convert the whole. It's like 300, I think. So I think that's it. We are done here for today. Thank you all so much. The Patreon is just such a nice boost. I love it so much. And I love doing this, just having the questions, having content to react to. It's like, okay, I've got all these questions. I would like to do a live stream or something on the main channel. I keep putting it off. I don't know. I just don't want to learn how to do all this shit. I should do that though. I will do it. It's just a matter of learning it once, and then once I know how to do it, then we can do them once a week or whenever the hell I feel like it. So, we're done. We're done here for today. Thanks for watching the video. Consider giving it a thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down if you shine laser pens at squirrels to distract them and steal their nuts. It's a dick move, but you knew that. You're just willing to do it. for no gain. You can buy nuts at the store. I know they're fresher when a squirrel gets it for you, but at least give him some nuts in return. Stop being an asshole. I want to get one of those laser pointers for those dogs. Maybe I can distract them when they start barking. As soon as the garbage men come. What's all that? My phone does stuff. I got text from my girlfriend probably. She sent me a card. Bunch of cards. I won't let you read all the stuff, but these are our horses that we're gonna ride to the promised land. And she just has all these like dream building things, like, oh, this is our bedroom here, and oh, look at the buffet we get. I can't show you. She might not want me to show you. Maybe if I cover up the writing. Sorry that my nails are long, but she made these really thoughtful cards. And it's like, oh, this is our bedroom. We're having a nice little cuddle there. She's very thoughtful, so it would be nice to return to her. Just Toronto life, the cold, mean city. I don't know if I can handle it. So we're done. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more Patreon videos, and I'll see you in the next one.